Tesla is no longer the only luxury automaker in the EV SUV game. Say hello to the Jaguar I-Pace. With solid range, equally solid performance, and somehow an even more solid complement of tech, it's impressive on paper, but how does it work on the road? We're about to find out. Well, sort of. Underneath the body, which hasn't changed all that much since the concept debut in 2016, lies two electric motors, one at each axle, that produce a net 394 horsepower and 512 pound-feet of torque. It'll accelerate to 60 in just 4.5 seconds, which, if you're keeping track at home, is 0.2 quicker than the Tesla Model X 100D. But even though it'll tear through electrons while your foot is buried in the firewall, there is some thrift to the I-Pace. Underneath the body is a 90 kilowatt-hour battery that produces 240 miles of all-electric range. It'll charge from 0 to 80% in about 40 minutes or so using a 100 kilowatt quick charger, but if you're using a, standard level 2 at-home charger, it'll be about closer to 10 hours. Thankfully, there is a 2-mode adjustable brake regen that will let you gain some of those miles back while you're out on the road. Do you like screens? Well, I hope you do, because the I-Pace is lousy with them. There are 2 screens in the center stack, the top one dealing with your infotainment, and the bottom being left to climate and vehicle settings. Over in front of your face, there is a 12-inch configurable gauge cluster that allows you to see maps and your speed and your navigation all at the same time. And speaking of navigation, there are EV-specific navigation settings that allow you to plan a whole road trip based around things like charger location and how much battery you have left. Now, Jaguar didn't have a full drive of the I-Pace here in Geneva, that's for later this year, but they did bring out a little autocross course so we could whip this EV SUV around, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. In terms of handling, the car was pretty darn flat thanks to the battery being at the bottom of the body. I mean, sure, when you're really diving it into the corners, there's a little bit of body roll present, but generally it was a really nice, flat handling car. Brakes were good, brake regen was super strong, the throttle was great. I don't have an internal V-Box, but I would absolutely believe 4.5 seconds to 60. Steering was as numb as any other new car, but it was pretty taut and made getting around those tight corners pretty decent. The 2019 Jaguar I-Pace goes on sale in the latter half of this year, and pricing will be announced at the first day of the Geneva Auto Show. You want to know what I think? I think you should like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Why? So I can stop saying this.